Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, today we're going to make a slider box, but we're going to make it so that we can address a common problem that a lot of crafters have when making a slider box. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you all so much for the wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. I really do appreciate it. This is a slider box, and a lot of times when making a slider box, we'll run into some common problems. So today we're going to tackle one of the most common challenges that you might run into when you're making a slider box. So I'll give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So for those of you who are new to paper crafting, this is a slider box, and a slider box is basically a drawer box. So you have the wraparound outer shell, and then you have a drawer that slides into your box. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tackle a common challenge that a lot of us have when we're making slider boxes. Just like you, I have them too, but this is my workaround when it does happen. So this beautiful box, when finished, measures 4 5/8 by 6 1/8, and it's 1 inch deep. The drawer slides out very easily, which is what you want, and you want it to be able to slide in just as easily. You don't want your box to be too tight, and you don't want it to be too loose. So like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, you want it to be just right. So we're going to make a box. And hopefully when I make that box, we'll have that little challenge thing going on so that I can show you how I will make this box better. Because what you want when you're making a slider box is one that looks like this, basically, where you can see just a little bit of spacing around the side and the top and the bottom, because that's what gives you that nice ability to be able to slide in and out. So here's what we're going to need to make. So to make the box and to make the wrap, we need 2 pieces. So to make my wrap, I have a piece that measures 8 1/8 by 12. Then to make the box, I have a piece that measures 8 1/2 by 10. So that's what we're starting with. So once we put this part together, then we'll tackle the challenge. So let's make that box by taking the 8 1/2 by 10 inch piece, and we're going to score at 1 and at 2 on all 4 sides. So that's 1 and 2. And then we're going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And we're going to give it a nice crisp folding and burnishing. And I am going to use glue to put this box together. So now I'm going to take my finger blade. You can take your scissors or your X-Acto knife. We're going to go up to the second score mark and drag straight down to free these center tabs. Then I'll angle in by going to the second score mark. And then I'll angle in here, here, and we're removing those 2 pieces. And then I'll remove part of that piece. Same thing over here. So we're just going to go to the second score mark and angle in, angle here, angle to remove, and then we're going to reduce this piece by cutting right inside of that score mark. And we do the same thing on the other side. And your piece is going to look like this. Then I'm just going to take this bottom flap and angle it. 2 ends are already going to be angled, and you'll have 2 ends that aren't. So we'll go ahead and angle those. Now I'm going to bring in my glue. And like I said, I'm going to put this box together using my glue. And just a reminder, if your glue has been sitting, just make sure that you shake it up. Okay, so we're bringing those in and we're getting them stuck. We'll do the same thing here. So I'm going to take my glue, put it on that tab, and put it on this tab. Then we're going to join the 2 tabs like that. making sure that we have nice, crisp, tight corners. Y'all know that is very important to making a box. And then we'll do the same thing here. So we're just going to line up that corner, get it nice and tight, and go in and work that stick. Now let's fold these pieces back because we're going to add some glue. And then we fold them over to the inside of the box. Now we're going to take our pieces, we fold them in. I'm using my bone folder because my big old spatula is too big. And I'm going in and we're getting this stuck. Fold this over. And we're going to fold this over. And guys, if you are enjoying my videos and you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really be appreciative and honored if you would take the time to subscribe, because I really do enjoy finding wonderful projects for us to make on my channel. So all I'm doing now is just going all the way around to make sure I have this nice and stuck. There is the slider drawer for the box. So now we're going to bring in the piece that measures 12 by 8 1/8, and we're going to make the shell. So on the 8 1/8 inch side, we're going to score at 1, rotate it to the opposite 8 1/8 inch side, score at 1. Then we're going to turn it to the 12 inch side, and we score at 4 5/8. At 5 3/4, at 10 3/8, and at 11 1/2. Then again, we just fold and burnish all of our scores. And so here where we have this narrow flap, we're going to have 2 corner pieces that we can go ahead and remove because we don't need them. So I am just removing those corner pieces like this. Then we're going to take these 2 flaps and fold them over. So I am just going to take my glue and place my glue here. So this is just giving us a nice finished edge to the box. So I'm just making sure that I have everything laying flat. And we'll do the same thing here. And you want to make sure that you do have this laying flat so that it will not interfere with your box sliding in and out. So let's just go ahead, get that nice and stuck. Then I'll go back and just sort of play with my folds. So now I'm going to take my glue, place my glue on the adhesive flap, on the inside of the adhesive flap, and we're just going to place it down like this. And then I'm just going to make sure that I have a nice stick. Alright, so here's our shell, and you can see that it looks pretty cute. We're going to take the slider and place it inside. So when I place it inside, you can see that I have spacing around the top and the bottom. Some spacing we need, but I don't need as much spacing as I have here, so I'm going to show you one of the ways that I fix these issues. So basically what I do is I take an inlay and I start with just one, and I start with it on the top of the box if that's where I want the decorative element to be. So you can see that I have this piece here, and I'm just going to place it in like this. I'm not even going to measure. And then I'll fold over. So this piece is cut at 8 1/8 by 4 1/2. So I'm not measuring the end pieces when I fold over. So now what I'm going to do is first, I think I'm just going to angle in a little bit for a little more of a finished edge. Then I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to place glue on like this. I'm not placing glue on this fold over piece yet because I need one piece to be clean so that my hands aren't all gluey. Then I'll just slide it in, slide it up to that fold, place it down like that, and then just go in and work my stick. Then I'll take this piece, add my glue, and fold it over. And there we have that. Now I can take my box again to see if I want to place in another piece. And so this is what it looks like now. I think I can get away with placing in the second paper shim. So I'm going to take another piece that measures 8 1/8 by 4 1/2. We're going to place it in just like this. Fold it over like that. And I'll angle in just a little bit. And y'all, we repeat that same process. So I'm just going to take my glue, place my glue on like this, place some glue here. Now I can take this piece, we're going to put it in. Like that. Go ahead and start working that stick. And this is a nice little way to add some sturdiness to the shell. When you have to place these shims, you're actually adding additional layers, which makes it more chipboard-like. So now we can take this and slide it in, and you can see that the top fits very well. We're going to add shims to the side and do the same thing that we did to the top and the bottom. So I have pieces that measure 1 by 8 1/8. I'm going to take these pieces, put them in just like this, and I'll fold them over just like that. So we're doing the same thing that we did on the top and the bottom. This time we're just doing it on the side. So if you find that your box is too loose, then this is a great way of doing a very quick fix. So I'm going to lay this on the side, go in and work that stick. Add some glue here, fold over, work that stick again, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. So I'll take my paper, put it in, fold it over, fold it over. Now I can add my glue. Now we can take this piece and we're just going to put it in like this and fold that over like that. Lay it down, get it stuck, add some glue here, fold that over, and get it stuck. So now we can take the box and put it into the shell. And y'all, we have a much nicer fitting drawer on this box. So that is definitely a really good way of making sure that you have a nice snug fit when you're making a drawer box. Just add some accent pieces. They don't have to be 1-inch fold overs. They can be smaller, but just add some accent pieces that will help to make that box fit a little more snug than before. So on this one, I added a decorative front to it just by adding some scrap paper and folding over. On this one, I think I'm going to keep the front pink, but I do have a piece of cardstock that measures 3/4 by 4 inches. I'm going to score this in half, so I'm just going to line it up here and score in half. Then I'll fold over, add some glue, and we're going to go ahead and get that stuck using my bone folder to just give it a little curl while causing it to stick. I'm going to take my scissors and just round these ends a little bit. Just a decorative touch. Then I'll just take these and I'm going to fold a little bit like that and like that. So now I can take my glue and put glue here and there. Take the box out of the slider and we can take this and put it down like this. And I'm just going to spread that out just a little bit because I don't want it to be as deep on that bow as it was. So I just slid it out. And now you can see from overhead that you have something to grab onto to be able to pull your drawer in and out. And there we have it, y'all. We have a really nice slider, and the purpose of this video was to make a slider box, but to show you how to fix that common problem of having too much space inside of that box, which makes your drawer look wonky and makes it very loose. Now we have a drawer that is easy to pull out, but if we turn it upside down, it doesn't just slide out, which would happen if we didn't put those pieces on the inside. So I'm going to bring that first one back in because I did add some decorative elements. I'm not really going to decorate this one because it was really more of a process video, but you can see just how nice these drawer boxes are. You can put all types of goodies in them. You can put some of those tags that we made the other day. You can put some of the stationery that we made in the 1-minute craft video. So many different things that you can use these for. Great way to give a gift. They're stackable, so if you wanted to stack these, you can. Look at how pretty that is. So go ahead and try your hand at making slider boxes if you haven't already. But if you are running into a problem, hopefully this video has been helpful. If you have enjoyed this video, y'all, I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe. Be kind. Be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.